Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I lost just over $20,000 on a truck that I had high hopes for. And I'm going to share with you the things that I did wrong in the hopes that it will help y'all as y'all progress in your businesses and in your life, because these lessons can pertain to just about anything that you do. So without further ado, I bought a 1995 KW T600 from Alabama. It's going to be a great truck, but it needed some work. I mean, she was kind of rough, and I was willing to do the work. The market was good. I thought I was going to be doing all right. So, but long story short, this truck almost cost me my business. It wasn't the truck's fault now, don't get me wrong. Everything that happened was on me, ladies and gentlemen. The buck stops here. And it is going to be kind of interesting how I lost just over $20,000. Alright, so the first mistake I made is I paid too much for the truck. But I was thinking, hey, the market's good, I'll make it back pretty quick. I was wrong. And you'll see why I'm wrong. Mistake number 2 is I took it to the wrong mechanic. I took it to a mechanic that had done work for me before, and I kind of trusted him, but I shouldn't have, because he did not communicate very well the cost of what we were getting done and the extensiveness of what we were getting done. And it ended up costing me $15,000 for brakes, clutch, shocks, and a couple of other odd little things. So that leads us into mistake number 3. I did not get a written estimate of the cost before I dropped my truck off with this mechanic. So he was able to pretty much run up a bill and expect me to pay it. I remember the day when I got that phone call for $15,000, when I was thinking it might have been 7, 8. It made me physically sick, ladies and gentlemen. I did not know how I was going to come up with the money. I had to take the truck that I had paid too much for and refinance that truck for $15,000. It hurt my soul. I'm not going to lie, it hurt my soul. So that is coming into number 4. I allowed him to keep my truck for too long. See, you have repair costs, and then you have lost revenue. I lost 3 months revenue with that truck sitting in the mechanic shop getting repaired. So 3 months work and the big repair bill, it liked to cost me my business. So if you're going to fix up an old truck for your business, I recommend that you have it set up to where you don't need that truck. You're not dependent on that revenue. So in other words, have it paid off. It's where you don't have to insure it or anything at the moment. Get it to the shop, whether you have to drag it over with a wrecker or whatever, and park it at the shop. Let them work on it, and then insure it, tag it, and get it ready. Don't try to do an old truck and be needing that truck immediately to work. I didn't need it immediately, but I was expecting a brake job and a clutch to not take 3 months, and for all of that to be going on, it really hurt. So in hindsight, that was a pretty major mistake. I should not have been waiting on and depending on that truck to make revenue. Like I say, all the mistakes stop with me. You live, you learn, you do business, you learn, and you grow. But sadly, some of the best lessons are bought lessons. And I bought this one. Smooth bought this one. And the final, and probably the biggest mistake, was I did not listen to my wife. She said, maybe we should wait. I had drove all the way over in Arab, Alabama to get this truck. I was excited about the truck. I knew the brakes were kind of hairy, but I wanted that truck. It just had that nice Caterpillar engine in it. Sounded great. I was looking forward to making some miles. Well, it cost me. I got zealous about a truck. I paid $17,500 for a truck, and I put $15,000 plus in it, and I ended up having to sell it for $13,000. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. But the gentleman that bought the truck, I'm excited because I think God is going to bless him with that truck. And if that's what God intended, was to give this gentleman a blessing and for him to have a nice truck to really start his business going in the right direction, I'm okay with it. I'm sincerely okay with it. Even though it did hurt my heart to lose that much money. Oh, but hey, you know, you live, you learn, like I say, and I made some mistakes, and I'm going to own them. And that's what you have to do in life. You have to own your mistakes, you as a man, and you have to be responsible for what you do. You have to be responsible for your actions. And you can't go around blaming somebody else for what you've done wrong. You got to own it. That's the only way you're going to learn and move forward. But that's all for today. Yes, that is the take from that episode. And I do have some other stuff coming that I'm going to do. I think y'all will enjoy. We're not down. We're coming back up. I promise. God bless. We'll catch y'all on the next ride.